Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk video. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the reason NBA Youngboy was able to beat his federal case. But before we begin, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you'd like to further support the channel, you can check out the Truth store and see if you find anything you like. At the Truth store, we have the Truth shirts and hoodies and many different colors, and we also got coffee mugs and phone cases and a bunch of other stuff. So if you'd like to further support the channel and help with the funding of Truth Records, check out the Truth store. The link would be in the description. Now, let's get right into it. On July 16th, NBA Youngboy and his legal team were able to do the impossible by beating his federal charges and walking out the courtroom a free man. Youngboy was arrested and charged with possession of a firearm in March 2021, and at the time of his arrest, he was wanted for a separate warrant for a similar charge out in Louisiana. To make matters even worse for Youngboy, when he was pulled over by the police, he decided to take them on a high-speed chase before ditching the car, leaving behind the firearm, and trying to make a run for it on foot. When Youngboy was arrested, many didn't think he would be released, and at first, it appeared so, as he was denied bail back in April, as the judge stated he was a menace to society and a flight risk. But miraculously, Youngboy and his legal team were somehow able to convince the judge to give him bail. Somehow, the judge felt he was no longer a flight risk, even though when he was arrested, he attempted to run off on the police. The judge put Youngboy under house arrest, and Youngboy was able to go home and wait for his trial. Fast forward to a few days ago, Youngboy managed to somehow beat his case, even though he was caught with a firearm when arrested and had similar prior charges. From the moment I read the news that Youngboy beat his federal case, I knew something was going on. 90% of all federal cases end in a plea deal, with only 8% of those cases ever being dismissed. Youngboy was in the 2% who ever even dared take their case to trial. Somehow, he managed to outsmart the feds, which indicates there's more to this story. A few months back when Youngboy was given bail and was released, I made a video on him where I spoke about Youngboy coming out of jail and acting a bit strange. Out of the blue, Youngboy started wearing makeup, something that was strange and off-brand for a rapper like Youngboy, who was basically a gangster rapper. He also came out and made the statement that he felt more like himself when he was wearing makeup. I found this very odd, and it made me feel like something was going on behind the scenes. It made me think maybe there was a reason Youngboy tried running away from the police. He went as far as running off on foot, which in my opinion seemed as a very desperate attempt to evade being arrested. But why? It's not like he would have gone far, especially since he's a celebrity. Just about everybody in America knows his face. The fact that when Youngboy was released, he started doing things that he normally wouldn't do made me think something might have been done to Youngboy when he was taken in. We have spoken about MK Ultra many times on this channel, and this is what I felt might have been done to Youngboy. MK Ultra was known to be administered in prisons and hospitals. I believe Youngboy knew this is what was waiting for him once he got taken in and was trying to avoid it at all costs. After he was given bail, Youngboy showed clear signs of being a victim of MK Ultra when he showed himself in makeup and acting as if he were a different person. I started further researching Youngboy, and I started to see signs that to me clearly showed he sold his soul and was associated with the Freemasons. One of the first things that stuck out to me when looking into Youngboy was his unreleased song called Versatile or Devil's Child, leaked back in 2019. This song is very revealing, as in the lyrics, Youngboy openly admits to selling his soul. In the hook of the song, there's two lines that instantly stuck out, where he raps, "I see demons in my dreams, versatile," and then when he also raps, "I'm dripping blood out in public, I'm a devil child." Openly, Youngboy admits to seeing demons in his sleep and admits to being a devil's child. Open as day, he admits it, but in his verses, what he states is even more disturbing. He opens the first verse of the song by stating, "I got on white and black like I'm a panda. Since I was in Pampers, it wasn't nothing I couldn't handle." We already know that black and white represents the Masonic checkerboard floors. When we look at the second verse, it becomes even more clear. As Youngboy raps, "What's wrong with me? Them people ask. I won't let them know. I say a prayer to the devil, laying on the floor. Clutch on the stick and I kick in your door." Openly, Youngboy admits to praying to the devil. This alone proves that Youngboy took the oath, as he shamelessly admits it. Once I saw the lyrics to the song, I knew Youngboy had gotten himself into something that cost him his soul. I knew he was connected to the Masons, and this is the reason he was truly released. This isn't the only instance where Youngboy refers to himself as the devil's child. He titled one of his songs on his project Decided, Demon Child, back in 2018. Again, openly stating that he is serving the devil. I kept digging into Youngboy to see if I can find any more proof linking Youngboy to the Masons, and I did. After looking through what felt like hundreds of Youngboy music videos, I landed on the one he released all the way back in 2016 called Fact, where I found something very interesting. In this video, I found undeniable proof that Youngboy is associated with the Freemasons, as throughout the entire music video, him and his crew are all wearing Masonic square and compasses pendants on their chain. You can barely see it on Youngboy, but you can clearly see the pendants on one of Youngboy's guys in the video. They all have the same chain on, and they're purposely flaunting the Masonic logo in their video. I found this very interesting, as Youngboy was only about 16 or 17, and most lodges require those who join to be at least 21. His entire crew were repping Freemason, and most of them look underage as well. This to me shows that Youngboy was backed by the Freemasons since the very beginning, before he even started to truly blow up. The Masons were behind Youngboy's rise. Youngboy and his crew made sure the camera saw them wearing these Freemason pendants for a reason. Not that long ago, we spoke about Young Thug. In that video, I posted a clip of Young Thug openly admitting he was a Freemason and that he beats all his cases. I made the prediction that Young Thug would eventually be released. Many people were in denial about Thug being a Mason, but I have even more proof, as there's pictures with Thug in a Freemason lodge holding up Freemason papers. Young Thug is 100% a Freemason, and I believe he would eventually be released due to it. Just like Youngboy, Young Thug would eventually beat his cases too, as he is a well-connected Freemason. Now, when I look at Youngboy trying to run off on the police, it makes me feel like he was trying to avoid what they were going to do to him. In my opinion, Youngboy was avoiding the Masons, and this is why he started to have hard times in his career in recent years. Youngboy was picked up by the Masons, he was still a teenager, and I believe as he grew older, he became tired of being a puppet. I believe this is why they might have messed with Youngboy's head when they took him back in March. When they gave him bail and sent him home, we saw a new Youngboy who was into makeup. When MK Ultra is done to a person, they mess with a person's head and plant new ideas into it. This is what I believe was done to Youngboy, and when he was released, he was pushing a whole new agenda. The fact that he beat the feds to me proves they had him back on board and is no longer giving his handlers any problem. Youngboy sold his soul long ago and has been serving the Masonic agenda since his come up began. Youngboy was used by the Freemasons to push the gangster agenda to the youth. All of his music promotes destructive values, music that is consumed by millions upon millions of kids all over the country. We have spoken a few times about the rumored secret meeting that changed hip-hop, a meeting that is believed to have taken place in the early 90s and changed hip-hop's agenda from positive or party rap to gangster rap. Youngboy is 100% pushing the gangster rap agenda, tricking more inner city youth into taking the wrong path in life. There's a reason Youngboy is the biggest YouTube artist in the world. He's pushing the Masonic agenda and being awarded for it. Another person who seems to be put under MK Ultra is former Disney star Orlando Brown. I think a video on Orlando Brown is needed. If this is something you would like to see, comment Orlando Brown below. In my opinion, Youngboy was given the opportunity by the Masons when he was still very young. Maybe his manager or someone old enough around him joined the Freemasons in order to help Youngboy's career. It seems to me the Masons saw that Youngboy was a young street kid with real street rep, and they thought that he would be perfect to push the gangster agenda. So they picked Youngboy and pushed his career to the top. I believe Youngboy, like many artists before him that chose to sell their souls, wanted out of his deal. This is when I believe the Masons started coming after him to make sure he stays on track. Youngboy is now released and ready to go back to pushing the gangster rap agenda that is destroying so many lives. Like I always say, we must not allow these artists to manipulate our minds. If we search hard enough, we can always tie them back to the Masonic order. We must remember to protect our minds and not allow these artists to influence us in any way. We must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just want to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. Thank you so much for all your support. If you would like to further support the channel, join the channel below by hitting the join button. Or you can join me on Patreon, the link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by buying a True Fizz shirt. If you would like a True Fizz shirt, email me at thetruefizz211@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram at thetruefizz01. Also, please leave a comment below on your thoughts on this video and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button, as this helps other people find these videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. Please follow me on Instagram at thetruefizz01 and on TikTok at thetruefizz. I will gladly appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.